The basic crux of any research is on the basis of evidence, on the basis of results, on the basis of findings, on the basis of what you say is the data. But is really right now it's being done or not? That's a big question mark for me. And what is the solution needed? First of all, I'll tell you both. But it has to be connected, socially responsible. Third, flexibility. Flexibility, it has to adapt, it has to change with the need of the hour. Innovation, change is only thing that is stagnant. Everything, change is only the law of nature that keeps on changing. More entrepreneurship, that is needed. More entrepreneurship skills development courses should be started. And there should be less risk average. Less risk average, I think that is needed right now. But is it really getting done right now? These elements in the HCI. One or two aspects are done. I think two aspects are still lacking. That is entrepreneurship and innovation. And what is the role in this? National higher education. You see the sources. This is the anticipative growth of the students that will be enrolling outside the country. And this figure is in millions. This is the alarming figure from 1975 to 2016. Please see to it. More than 4.6 million students abroad studying. It's an alarming figure. And there are 13 million cross-border online students. In total, 17.6 million students abroad and cross-border from 75 to 2016. Now the data has increased 2020. So, where is the competition? More global students, more adaptability. The what you say, the war for talent. The war for talent will happen. Where? The highlighted Australia. 7,20,000 onshore enrollments by 2025. France, 4,70,000. New Zealand, 1,43,000. Taiwan, 58,000. Germany, 3,50,000. Canada, 4,50,000. China, 5 lakh. Malaysia, 2,50,000. Ireland, 44,000. But where is India? That is the concern for us also. And this is the best suitable example. The best way to know a country is to smelling it. Smelling it, very simple. Understanding the culture, respecting the culture, respecting the tradition, respecting the way of life, but not forgetting your way of life also. It has to be an interconnected way. This is the increase of number of foreign students worldwide from 1975 to 2000. And what is the projection? 2030. That will come, that's very alarming. And this is 7 million international students forecasted by 2020. And I think almost is around latest data 6,80,000 international students are already enrolled. Because of the COVID situation, it has to come a stagnation right now, but still 6,80,000 are enrolled. Forecasted 7 million international students. This is a very huge number. And you see the student mobility, which are the country where the students, they are moving for the territory for what you say is the further studies. First, Australia, the best destination nowadays. UK, Austria, Switzerland, New Zealand, Belgium, Ireland, Canada, Sweden, Denmark, Iceland, Netherlands. You see, where are the other big countries? USA, I don't think where the name is not there. Finland, Hungary, United States late. Japan, Spain, Slovakian Republic, Portugal, Norway, Slovenia, Estonia, Poland, Chile. But where is India? And you see, no, I'll show you the average. This is the average. 6.5 5 millions average. A real impact, is it having an impact? An impact on whom? See, global territory education students and international mobile students. The impact is on global territory education institution students rather than and the international mobility is being curtailed, it's being less. So more we have to act local, speak vocal, and we have to think local also. And now, what is comprehensive internationalization? This is what actually I mean to say how internationalization has to be. First, it has to have a commitment towards your own country, commitments towards your own education system. But it should also have an action to infuse internationalization. Internationalization having a comparative perspective of the own country, of foreign countries that needed, and this is only possible through teaching, research, and higher education services. The best mode and the best source of internationalization we faculty are there, and how faculty can help us. Beyond mobility, but including mobility. So it says that mobility is not only the option for internationalization. We can include mobility also, internal mobility also can be example because nowadays we also have some international standards universities which are being set up already done. IIM, IITs, for international standards will be but there is a need of such goal institutes. Beyond the international office, they have to play a key leadership role. For internationalization, they have the international office. They do the torch bearers of getting the education, of mobilizing the students. And third, the leadership, it should drive internationalization. How? Global institutional partnerships. Second important for me is research and scholarship. On-campus curriculum learning and institutional mission. This all four should have a relevance, integrity, interculture, intermobility, all should be relevant out here. And the last is, as much as possible, diversity should be practiced, but we should not diversity with a blend of homogeneity also. So what is comprehensive internationalization and who are, what you say is the main mode of source? Actually, I told the teachers they are the mode. So comprehensive internationalization, already I told what is commitment one. Second, the benefit should be achieved in such a way that it leads to learning. Learning means core learning. Core learning means basic learning. The basic learning which leads to outcome which is relevant, outcome which is on the basis of discovery, outcome which is on the basis of analysis. Analysis means some evaluation, some desired research has taken place, not haphazardly. And third, institutional imperative, not just a desirable possibility. It should have a relevance to the institution also, not just running after having outcomes. So what we have to do? Strategic plan for internationalization, management concept, defining adequate organizational structure, key role of partnership and engagement, incentives. But this is not sufficient, I think. This is required. First one, establishment of strategic plan for international. How? These are the key players which I was telling you. This is the way we have to do. All these are interweb, interrelated, and interconnected. Academic deans and chairs. For me, the first important one is individual faculty. Individual faculty. Second is the campus support. Campus support that is linked with the academia deans and chairs, international office, and the last that is head of the institution, the vice chancellors and registrar. You can go from left side also, right side. All this interrelated. All these are the key players, and they have to work together in interweb, interconnected way. Only then that comprehensive international education is possible. Your curriculum should be internationalized. I told you, intercultural, global dimensions, learning outcomes, assessment tasks, teaching methods, support service, all this has a blend in our academia. But is it relevant to the international standards or the technology or the curriculum or the dimension and the learning outcomes? Is it relevant to the international standards? So really there are the, so what I propose, there should be outcome based education. Everything that is being taught, there should be an outcome. It should lead to an output beneficial to the stakeholders, students, and it should be sustainable. Sustainability is the most important aspect. So this, what I was telling you, the most important factor, the faculty, what are their roles? We are the people who own the curriculum. Why do we own? Because we are only the person who will promote it. We are the only person who will take it forward. We are the only person who will implement it. And we are only the person who are responsible for finishing the curriculum. But this is very difficult. Saying is difficult, planning is difficult, implementing is the most difficult, and output is very difficult. So engagement, there should be a curricular integration of international, local also, but this is only possible when there is an active faculty engagement. It should not felt by faculty that it has been imposed on them. There has to be relevance, interconnectivity, and a sense of integration and active faculty engagement. Unless your faculty are motivated, this comprehensive education is not possible. There are mere chances that it will be successful. Faculty, they are only the best source of education. They are the best enabler. They are the best motivators. And they are the best source of internationalization of education. So, in conclusion, what it may work in one case, it's not necessary it works in other cases also. So, when we talk of the benchmarks, the way our industry has done the benchmarking or the way the practices they have done, that has led to a fruitful result. That does not guarantee that any other industry, if it follows the same practices, it will have desired results. So, you see the example out here. The third one, it indicates rather than following it, we should adapt and we should to innovate. Innovation will lead to desired results. So, there is no magic formula. You should design your own solution for the cases rather than following people's. For every complex problem, there is a solution that is clear and simple. And what is that? Don't follow others. They might be wrong. Try to inculcate people's values, ethics, but don't forget your own values, ethics, your own culture, your integration of the syllabus. Try to see that whether it is really relevant to your education system or not, or just following them would not lead to a desired results, and it will lead to a wrong assumption and wrong results, and you will repent after that. So is there room for improvement, or there is a need for collaboration? So please, the next slide which are coming, don't think that is sort of what I'm trying to any sort of demarcation or I'm trying to criticize, but this is actually what is happening in the collaboration right now. Everyone is pulling together, each one to collaborate with each other, just to show the numbers, just to get the data numbers for having good rankings, for having good grades. Output does not matter. Outcome-based education does not matter. Sustainability does not matter. For them, number matters. Second important, this is also happening. Is this what is actually is collaboration? No, this is not collaboration. Further, this is what is happening in the ranking. Just to move ahead, we are trying to do things like this. Is it really needed? We have to stand out on our own culture, on our own basic education system, on our own different set of norms, values. The golden key, everybody contribution would make a difference. I still tell it's not a responsibility of the head of the institution. It's not a responsibility of the dean. It's not the responsibility of the registrar. It's not the responsibility of principal. It's not the responsibility of the head of the department. It's a mutual responsibility responsibility of each and every person who is a part of the institution. Students, collegiality is only the best solution that could make a big difference. Please don't try to have a blame game. Try to have a mutual understanding game. So what has happened while building partnership? The M syndrome. This is term syndrome. This is not taught in the syllabus. This is on the basis of the experience. So what is M syndrome? First, misunderstanding. So what is a misunderstanding? Misunderstanding what actually is the similarity between one institution and what is the difference. When this happens, the implementation which should be proper, it gets implemented in a wrong way, and the results which should be in such a way that leads to a fruitful outcome, it leads to an unexpected outcome. Second, mismatch of expectation. So when there is misunderstanding, difference in similarity, the expectation won't be according to what you expected. Miscalculation. And the matchmaking. This is most important. There is a misuse. Where to use, how to use, when to use, on whom to use, in which way to use, there is a misuse. And internationalization, marketing is a very big concept. Proper marketing of internationalization leads to the actual desired benefits. And micromanagement, I still tell micromanagement is one of the best source of internationalization and best source of development of economy, that is project and resources. So what has happened? MOUs. This question always wonders, what is first? MOU, is it symbolic that our institution stand out with other institution when it has lot of number of MOUs? Is it a promotional step to show that we have lot of MOUs, we stand out? Or actually there is proper planning when they have MOUs for the benefit of the students in the institution? Or there is MOU is done for a societal benefit? Is it so? Sometimes we think it's useless just for the namesake. The degree of internationalization of institution is inversely proportional to the number of MOUs that institution has. I still say that it's inversely proportional, but it should be functional, not MOUs. Functional means it should be beneficial to the society, stakeholders, institution, and sustainability. For me, sustainability is the most important parameters for any MOU. Just having MOU, just pulling each one together and having the ranking numbers, that does not lead that you have a good memorandum of understanding. So what is the significant role? There should be more inclusive tertiary education institution, both domestic and international, both way. Second, you have to be globally engaged, but you have to be locally committed also, which I am telling you so many times. Not only global, but locally also. There has to be more evidence-based share information to the external community, stakeholders, the industry, the parents, everyone. Because the value of internationalization, if we don't make them understand, they won't understand the importance of this thing also, and the change in syllabus also. Change in syllabus, please have a very good memorandum of understanding or collaboration with industries. More local institutions should be open, but it should focus on the importance of internationalization, not merely just for the namesake. More inclusive international education, local plus global. So what we